Let's see what's joined the Life on Cars fleet. And here it is. The amazing, indestructible RAV4 D4D 2.2 diesel. What an amazing car this is, and I'll tell you why later on in the video. It's a cold morning. I've just scraped some ice off because we're going to go for a ride out in this. It's a 2006 RAV4 XT3 with the 2.2 diesel engine, and this has been in our family for over 15 years, and it's absolutely done us proud as this car, done us absolutely proud. Anyway, I'm just going to push it back because I've got the battery on charge. It was a little bit low because it's been stood a while. Let's just see if we can sort that out. Yes, she's been an incredible motor, this. There it is. There it is, the mighty D4D. You can see it's been stood a while because it's gathered a bit of leaves. Basically, guys, this has been my mother's and my my stepfather's car for over 15 years, and it's just been passed down to me because she's not using it anymore. Bless her. She used to have a touring caravan, and it's towed a big caravan up and down the country. They've gone on adventures in this car, and yeah, it's just been their go-to vehicle for many years. But this last couple of years, it's been spending most of its time stood on the driveway. Last year it did 750 miles in a year, and if you know anything about diesel engines, short runs and little trips like that are no good, and it can start to cause problems, especially when the car's getting on a bit like this one. Yeah, it's done over 130,000 miles. It only had, I think it had 17,000 miles on it when they bought it. It was just over 2 years old when they bought it, and it's been in our family ever since. It's dragged all sorts. Like I say, it dragged a caravan around for a long time. And then, believe it or not, once we even had to go and pick up a hovercraft on the back of a trailer, and it dragged a hovercraft about 40 miles to where that needed to be. Honestly, this vehicle has just been an absolute little monster. It really has. Looks like the coolant's down a little bit, just wants topping up. Sort that out. But yeah, it's come into my possession now, and I'm not actually sure just yet what to do with it. I think it's going to get some Life on Cars treatment, because there is a couple of things. I've noticed the handbrake sticking on one of the wheels. The headlamps could do with a bit of a clean up, and just generally maybe a really good clean and polish. I need to inspect the underside as well and just see how it's doing underneath. But yeah, apart from that, I think we're going to keep hold of it for a bit over the winter. I mean, it's a great car to have while the weather's like this, and we can maybe go on a couple of adventures with it. But ultimately, it's probably going to get sold on, I guess, in a few months' time. But in the meantime, we're going to give it a bit of TLC, a bit of love and attention, which it deserves. But yeah, it's she's looked after it. It's lovely inside. It's very clean. Just needs a bit of a hoover out. But yeah, it's lovely and clean inside. All the dashboard and everything looks almost like new. They're quite versatile, these. They have a very easy system where you can fold these seats down and get quite a big loading bay. big heavy back door, that. Like, one of the things that's a little bit odd about the back door, and it can be a bit of a chew on, is it opens like that, which means that you know, if you're parked up against, backed in somewhere, you can't get into the boot because it doesn't lift up like a normal tailgate. But we'll forgive it for that. That was Toyota's design. Yeah, she's just a bit cruddy around the door seals and things, but all that'll clean off. But yeah, we've like I say, it's been with us a long time, this. Right, let's see if she'll start up this morning. Well, it looks like it's trusty C-Tech has pulled the battery up on it. Yeah, when we went to pick it up last night, it just wouldn't have it. It was a little bit low on the battery and it just wasn't cranking. You know, these diesels, they need to crank over well just to get the compression going and get them going, and with it being stood a while, it kind of pulled the battery down a bit, but I think that's all it was. So we'll see how it starts this morning. That's showing green in there, which means the battery's fully charged as well. So let's see what happens. RAV4, welcome. Okay, glow plug light's gone off. Let's see what happens. See, she's cranking a little bit, isn't she? Which might mean that there's a glow plug. Let's close that. She's noisy, isn't she? She's a big old diesel. I mean, it's cold today. It's about 0, -10 at the moment. At the moment, and you see how it cranked over there for 4 or 5 seconds. That's telling me there might be what they call a glow plug not working properly, so I might need to test the glow plugs just to make sure that they're all, there'll be 4 of them, 1 for each cylinder, just to make sure that that they're all warming up, because sometimes a bit of a crank like that is an indication that the glow plugs, one of the glow plugs or more than one, might be off. But anyway, it's a Toyota, it's running. The engine does sound sweet, like, sounds good. Alright, we're going to take it out for a little ride out now and see how it goes. kind of the ideal car for this type of weather. Icy roads, snow. Beautiful, isn't it, with the ice on the trees. Look at these trees here. Isn't it? We've been on quite a long ride out in the RAV today, and it seems to be running really well. It's obviously got plenty of life left in the engine and things like that, but there's a few things that I can tell need looking at. But what do you reckon then? What do you think I should do with this? It does have a bit of sentimental value to the family, and I don't know, I feel like we need to do right by it, and if it is going to be sold, we maybe need to do some jobs on it, just so it's spot on for the next owner. But yeah, we've enjoyed our little ride out today in the RAV, and there's most likely going to be some more content on this vehicle on the channel. So there we are then, our amazing RAV4. You know, I was just looking through the service history on this car, and you know, apart from having it serviced every year, so oil and filters and fuel filters and things like that, and maybe a couple of sets of brakes, it's only ever had one fault, if you can call it a fault, which was corrosion that was getting into the fuel filler neck. So it had to have a replacement fuel filler neck a few years ago. And it's just one of those things, you know, in the UK, water will find its way into any weak spot and cause corrosion. So, yeah, there was that. But apart from that, you know, it's never needed it. It's still on its original clutch. It's still on its original, it's never needed a water pump. It's never needed any injectors or anything like that. It's got no faults whatsoever electrically. Everything works. Typical Toyota. But yeah, let me know in the comments what you think I should do with this car. I do need to do an inspection underneath just to check how things are going underneath. I need to have a look at the handbrake because there's something sticking on one of the handbrakes and it's making a squeaking noise on the brake, so I need to look at that. I do need to have a look at that starting. Like I said at the start of the video, there might be a glow plug off or something like that. But what else do you think I should do with this car? What do you reckon? Let me know in the comments. But apart from that, stay safe, stay well, and there'll be more content coming very soon on Life on Cars. Take care now. Bye bye.